Hello guys, so I was just watching Sup Daily's video on hate speech with Will Shepherd of Shep689, and they were talking about, if you haven't watched it already, well, here's the link and click it, and if not, you can just look at the description below. Anyway, so there was a discussion by Chris and Will about using the word retarded and certain words that are derogatory or offensive. Now, I don't know, I'm quite loose with my words, but I would definitely not use certain words that I know is going to offend somebody. I've had words flung at me before, like racial slurs and stuff. What I generally do is that it doesn't bother me because I don't know, I just don't let it bother me. There are certain words that will offend. That's, you know, if you watch this video, you'll know that there are certain words that offend, like the word in question was retard or retarded or retarded. There's also words like faggot, sort of a thing that would offend the community. So Chris has just asked what will people react? How will we react if words were flung, was said towards our community? Now, as a gay guy, as a general rule, I'm not easily offended by words because they're just words, and it's what's behind it that actually matters most. Like, I've used these words in a joking way. I mean, never on camera. At least I don't think I have said anything offensive in that way on camera, but certainly behind closed doors and with some friends whom I know, they're gonna be able to take it, like, you know, I just think that everyone these days, people want to be so politically correct about everything, and I'll tell you what, it's impossible to please everyone, and it's possible because as Chris was pointed out that if some words are going to offend, if somebody's going to take offense to a certain word, then the person who said it should set up and apologize. Now, the only problem is that it does sound like a lot of words can mean something offensive to a certain individual, and what I think we're trying to establish here is, I suppose, a social context or a socially accepted word. But I don't know. The word fuck was offensive and derogatory at some point, I'm sure. Now it's like in everyone's vocabulary. It's like a daily word now. So there's some words that have lost its meaning, or lost its derogatory essence of it, the meaning behind it. So I don't know, the word faggot used to not be what it is today. A fag in English could be a cigarette, and a faggot can also be a bundle of sticks. I think that's how you spell it, F-A-G-T. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, and the word gay used to be happy. I suppose it's just the meaning changes with the evolution of the word as to how society determines it. But I, for one, I'm not fussed with words. I've been called a chink before. I don't know if I should be bleeping that out, because when somebody did call me that, I wasn't offended because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what, I've never heard that, and back in my home country, no one ever uses that. I was like, okay, what's that word? Like, you know, what is that? And they explained to me it's actually an Asian derogatory word. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But was I offended? No, because I had no idea what it meant. And it's just a word. So if somebody called me, are you retarded? Okay. I mean, like, the word retarded, has become such a dirty word, a taboo word, because people seem to use it in a very offensive way. But there is a word called retardant, where it's called like flame retardant, where certain you know, material is flame retardant. The word retard is in there. It simply means to decelerate. Yep, decelerate. It's also a verb, so I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, in response to Chris's video, I don't think words should have that much kind of power over somebody, because we've been called, I mean, as gay people, we've been called many names, and we've pulled through, and I mean, it doesn't, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't be rude for the sake of being rude, but as far as I'm concerned, they're just words. So I've been called a chink before, I've been asked to go home to my country before. So yeah, I've been called a lot worse. So I've grown to be immune to it. So my advice to people who watch my videos is that words should not have that much power over somebody, and especially over you. And it's like that saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Kind of like, I'm rubber, you glue, sort of a thing. Words cannot have power over you if you don't allow it. So people are always going to say things. You're not going to be able to control people's mouths. They're going to say things about other people. They may choose to use words that you will never use in your life. But hey, it's just a word. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a word, and words shouldn't be. Words are created for a reason, and they're made to communicate. And words can become offensive in due time. If we look back on the old English books, they use words like gay and stuff like that, and they don't mean to be homosexual. It's just being to be happy. And also, furthermore, gay in the modern times have been taken to mean stupid, like stupid gay. That again in itself is an evolution of the meaning because of how society perceives the word or how we use it. It's just people. So my advice is, don't let words hurt you, because it's hard. I'm not saying that it's easy, but if you're not going to be able to control somebody else, like this particular Twitterer used the word and got called out. Fine, cool, that's great. Kind of like saying, hey, you know what, that sort of a word is offensive. Some people may get offended. Yeah, cool, but just so don't use it. But if he or she chooses to use it again, well, you know what? You've done your part. You did your part by trying to educate this particular person and teach them that, well, this word is not necessarily a nice word to use to describe certain things or it's inaccurate if you want to call it that. But to be sensitive about all words and like, oh, you can't use this word and that word, this and that other thing. No. I don't really care. Why should I let words determine who I am? So I shouldn't be offended if somebody calls me stupid. We've been called names like idiot, stupid. Are you a moron? Are you dumb? Are you a dickhead? Are you a nerd? Oh, dork. Words will hurt you if you allow it. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So if someone says a word to you and you feel inferior, you've given them consent. So don't. Call me a faggot, sissy, drag queen. I've been called all those things before, just in case you're wondering. Yeah, I've been called a faggot before. So, cool. I'm kind of glad that you actually know words. You've got a good vocabulary. But am I hurt? No. Can't give a fuck, really. Life is too short to be giving fucks. So I hope that hopefully my response will be well received. If not, well, my 2 cents.